The Redmi Note 7 Pro is undoubtedly the best camera phone under 20,000 rupees, at least as of today, April 19. But to be very honest, approximately 90% of the users do not use it to its full potential. They don't utilize everything the cameras are capable of doing. So in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you 5 tips or tricks to get amazing results from the Note 7 Pro. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Ashwin Sundar. This is Technology Jock. Subscribe to the channel and more importantly, hit the bell icon for more photography related videos. Now, speaking of pictures, have you ever lost hundreds of pictures, precious memories, and felt terrible about it? I recently did. But luckily, our sponsor Wondershare has an amazing software called Recover It, which could easily bring them back. Not just photos, it can recover all sorts of files. The best thing is, it's extremely easy to use. Just select the disk in which you had the files, click Start, and once the scan is done, you can preview the files, and then recover everything you want. You can also select individual file types on this side pane, so it's easier to find out what you're looking for. Wondershare Recover It is available on both Mac and Windows. Hit the link in the description to download it for free. Now, you might have tried the new night mode and you probably know it works really well in low light, rendering great results. But did you know you can use it even during the middle of the day under the hot sun? But Ashwin, what's the point? Well, this is the point. It captures a lot more detail. The texture, the clarity, everything is noticeably better. And in some extreme cases, especially during sunset and dusk, the dynamic range is also better on the images shot using night mode. Here, the orange color is perfectly retained on the night mode image, while on the HDR photo, it's slightly blown out. There is some loss of detail. Next up, can you believe you can capture images like these using the Note 7 Pro? Well, that's where the Pro mode comes into play. Even the previous Redmi Note phones had Pro mode, but it was seriously crippled, as in you could only adjust these settings to a certain extent. For example, shutter speed was limited to just half a second, but on the Note 7 Pro, we've got fully fledged Pro mode. The shutter speed goes up to 32 seconds. But for anything above half a second, you would need a tripod. Otherwise, you'll end up with blurry photos. There are mini tripods and Gorilla Pods for around 500 rupees on Amazon. Check the description for links. So once you're all geared up, you can go up to 32 seconds and create these cool long exposure images. Look at this one. The clarity is amazing. The stars look wonderful. To give you an idea how good Pro mode is, here's a comparison between normal mode and Pro mode. Even night mode cannot match up to it. Not just for these fancy images, even for capturing a normal boring scene like this, Pro mode is better. But it's better only if you know how to use it properly, only if you deeply understand terms like ISO, shutter speed, white balance and focus. If you don't, then watch this video. I've explained everything in very simple terms. You will actually become a pro photographer after you watch it. So moving on, remember that the Note 7 Pro camera is a 48 megapixel sensor, but it captures images in 12 megapixel resolution by default. So to capture images in full 48 megapixel resolution, just select that small 48 megapixel option at the top while in Pro mode, or you can access it from the default photo mode. You need to tap menu and then select the 48 megapixel mode. Images captured using this mode have significantly more detail. It's quite obvious when you zoom in. In some cases though, the difference isn't huge. Use this mode only when you want to zoom in a lot, because every picture takes up to 25 MB storage. You don't want to run out of storage very soon. Now, even if you manage to learn everything in this camera app, it still wouldn't mean that you're using the camera to its full potential, because the camera app itself has certain limitations in terms of image processing. The solution? Yep, Google Camera. Link is in the description. The image quality is considerably better when you use it, and more importantly, it lets you capture 48 megapixel HDR images. It requires a little bit of tweaking though. Here's a video explaining how to do it. Similarly, on the Google Camera app, you can click portrait mode images in 48 megapixels. You can't do that on the stock camera app. Now, one more important thing to note is, in extremely dark situations like this, Google's Nitesite Mode is far better. There's just no comparison. But when it comes to moderately lit scenes like this, like when there is a lot of artificial lights in the scene, the stock camera's night mode is better. The highlights region is overexposed on the Nitesite image, while the stock camera's night mode captures everything perfectly. Look at this board here. So the tip is, just look around you. If it's too dark, then use Google Camera's night sight. If there are a lot of artificial lights around you in the night, then use Xiaomi's night mode, the stock camera's night mode. Here is a full camera comparison between stock camera images and Google camera images shot on the Note 7 Pro. I've shown everything from portraits, low light photos, and even videos, so do check it out if you'd like to see a detailed video. Last but not least, AI Portrait 2.0. We saw these features on the Note 6 Pro first, and they are now retained by the Note 7 Pro. So once you capture a photo in stock camera's portrait mode, open it in Gallery, and tap this little circular icon here. You'll be presented with an array of options. Here you can change the blur intensity or add one of these special blur effects from this tab. Here are a few samples. Or you can make use of the studio lighting effects, which are also really cool, especially the holy color effect. If you learned something new from this video, hit the like button, subscribe to Technology Jock, and more importantly, hit the bell icon. Also, don't forget to check out Wondershare Recovery software, link in the description. So, those are some useful tips to improve your shooting experience and get better results on your brand new Redmi Note 7 Pro. Share this video with anybody who has the phone. So, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Ashwin Sundar, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.